welcome to a new episode of Daddy Recovery. Let's discuss. And I was thinking about today magic. And I am 100% a spiritual person. I have always been. And part of why my dad's abusiveness was particularly tragic for me is that he was a very materialistic, very greedy, carnal, flesh and blood kind of guy. And I always felt that his abuse manifested in this kind of, it pushed me to become very spiritual because you don't deserve money. I'm never going to give you money. You eat too much. He basically treated me like an addict. And I just became this person that sometimes when I look at myself, especially recently, in terms of my economy and my, relationships, in a material perspective, I feel so distant. I feel so in this world, but not of it. And in a way that's not peaceful, almost like I want to escape it, and not in a toxic way, like, overeat, let's do drugs, like waste away, just more like sometimes I feel like I'm done. And it made me think of, I was meditating today and writing in my journal. And I think what my father did to my mother and myself in terms of abuse was he took the magic of living. He took the magic of a future. I really do feel my mother growing up really wanted a family. And she would tell me how badly she wanted, that home, that stability, that safety. And my father took it from her, and very happily did. And not only did he do that, but he made sure she could never get it. He did not want her dating. He did not want to give her child support. He was bragging all the stuff that he was doing. And you could ask, why didn't she take him to court? But I think there was a really big part of my mom that will not acknowledge just how embarrassed she was by him, how humiliated she was, that she landed with a loser who was just a really good liar. And I never felt ashamed that my dad was a loser. I felt ashamed that I had to act like he wasn't, because I felt it purported and approved of his misbehavior and of his bullying and of his constant saying, I give my other kids everything, but I'm not giving you. And I had to act like, oh, he's just kidding or he's being dumb, but he wasn't giving me anything. He was just verbally assaulting me. And I think my anger comes in at times in this kind of reanalysis of my life, of just having to call hate love, having to call wrong right, having to call cruelty humorous, kind of killed the magic of living, because they're not the same. It's kind of like I was talking to my friend a few days ago, and we were talking about, we've both been big girls all our lives, and there's just this real concept of, shame is motivation. And we were laughing because we've never been shamed into losing weight. At best, whenever we focused on it, it was for health reasons, maybe a dress we really wanted to get into, but it was always because we wanted to tap into our health, into our sexy. And we always laugh because we think we're gorgeous. And obviously there are a lot of people who go out of their way to say we are not. But it's just this feeling that when people kind of go into your lane, they take to tell you that you can't drive, you're not driving correctly, or you think you're on a bicycle, but you're actually on a piece of wood, something like that. Like when they go out of their way to tell you things that you don't feel about yourself, you don't feel about your world, you don't feel about your future, they kill your magic. And I think what my dad did to me, when I was really trying to analyze the nuance of his abuse, I feel like me and my mom, and I'm trying to heal that. We don't think things will get better. We don't dream of better for ourselves. My mother has no dreams, no dreams. And sometimes I feel like I'm losing mine too. Like they're there. Sometimes I feel them. Sometimes they excite me, but I don't move towards them because my father crushed me so badly with his mental and emotional draining, his abusiveness, his glee at making me feel he would give to the world because the world deserves it and not me. And he would. I remember when I broke my laptop, he came, this was his last visit. I broke my laptop and I was lugging it around the city because he had come for 3 days to see me. And we were looking for an Hermes bag for one of his friends. And not one time did it cross him, maybe I should get her a new computer. He wanted to get a really good friend and an exclusive Hermes bag. And I'm there with a broken computer hanging out with him. And then I was going to go to Apple to fix it. And I just thought, there's just something so devilish about him because he knows what he's doing. He's not stupid. He just is cruel. And when that's all that I've ever received, I see now that I don't believe in magic. I just believe in survival. I don't believe in miracles. I just believe in survival. I don't believe that tomorrow will be better. I believe that tomorrow will be resolved. And that is so freaking sad to me because the magic of the world is in that faith, not that hope. Hope is just, Jim Carrey says it perfectly. It's like the beggar's version of faith. It's kind of this concept of, well, I hope it doesn't rain, and then, but there's a part of you that just really thinks it will and acts like you've never seen the sun. And you're just waiting for that thunderstorm to come. And I was just thinking about that today as I journaled. I don't believe in magic. I believe in the magic of me in terms of how I make people feel, in terms of how I uplift them. And my mother, you would never believe she's so sad or unbelieving that things can get better for her because she will talk to you as if, like little orphan Annie, the sun will come out tomorrow. Things are going to get better. She's so positive for everybody except her. And I'm the same way. And I'm like, but there's a part of me that's so tired of that, so tired of being a love fountain that everybody drinks from. And the minute I try to, get some of my own water, I'm suddenly dry. And I don't know how to resolve it. I can't, Daddy Recovery is about recovering. I'm still recovering. But I know I need to. I know I want to, even if just for the essence of feeling the magic. Because I think that's why we don't go for things. When you don't believe in magic, when you don't believe in manifestation, when you don't believe that the universe is on your side, when you don't believe things can get better, when you don't believe you can meet good people, it's like, well, you might as well be dead. It's just this feeling of like, if I don't believe there's magic in my life, what is the point of defining myself as such? What is the point of being that for others if I can't be that for me, even just in feeling? Because I'm going to live. I'm going to stay. I'm not trying to end my life again. But I really need magic. I really need magic. And Business Class came out. And I feel like I didn't fight for it enough. I didn't put enough love, but I'm still learning production and I'm a bit shy. Please go hear it and see what you feel about it. It's under Deandra on all platforms. But I have a vision and I really, really want to go for it, even if just to see it for myself, because there's value in that. And as somebody who's not feeling magical anymore, I'm going to hold on to that little light to see if I cast a spell on you. Follow me and subscribe. Thanks for listening.